How we doing today, man? It's taken me a long time to make this video. I've been done trading for a good amount of time, but just sitting in the Discord live call, just kind of messing around and just watching price, learning, reflecting. So I already did my reflection, which might even be a good thing. So I can actually make a better reflection on my day here. Today we took 2 losses and 1 win that covered the loss. Real quick, the vlog that I was going to release on Saturday is not going to come out Saturday, and that is because my old phone blew up. Literally blew up. The screen popped off, so we got a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, silver color. This thing is sick. It has like a cool button on the side, and it's only going to cost me an extra $7 a month, which is good. That means that only like one person has to buy an account on Alpha Futures a month, and it covers my phone. So shameless plug. I'm gonna keep doing it because there's a certain individual that just hates when I comment about my code. So I just really am doing it for him now and my bank account. But yeah, the reason why the video is not coming out is because all the videos that I took within the all the pictures and stuff that I have on my camera roll for the last 2 weeks just disappeared from my phone. And I had a lot of stuff recorded on my phone. I have a nice camera, which I'll grab. I have a really nice camera right here, but it's just not really convenient to have with you all the time. Like, I just don't have that camera on me everywhere I go, so I would just pop out and take a quick video on my phone, and yeah, the battery blew up. So yeah, we lost that. One very disappointing thing about the new iPhone is the port. I no longer can use my headphones I always use at the gym, the wired headphones. That's really unfortunate. My AirPods I have suck. They last 30 minutes because they're 20 years old. So I didn't think about that before buying the phone. Obviously, I would still get the newest phone you can because it just helps with upgrades in the future. But yeah, that was cool. I wanted to buy a PC, but now that I just bought this phone, I'm gonna have to wait a month because I do have to pay $100 or $200 to act the upgrade fee and stuff. So it is $7 a month extra next month, but this month is a $200 fee. So unfortunate, but I had to get a new phone. My phone literally blew up. So just wanted to say that the video will not be coming out this week because of that. So yeah, or maybe I do. Maybe I refilm, not refilm, but maybe I just make a different video. But I wanted to start doing vlogs every Saturday, so we will probably next Saturday. What were we looking at this week? Well, this week we have rescued. Okay, we're just gonna stop edging it and say, look, we had $1 a day, $1 a day keeps the doctor away, right? Our max drawdown is still $600, and this week was a doozy, minus 600. But what did we change? Right? We changed this. We are now trading 1 micro the last 2 days. We had a nice day on this day with the 1 micro. And we had 3 trades today. 2 losses. Loss and a loss. 2 losses. Right? And then 1 winner. And 1 winner covered both losses. So that's how you like to do it, right? That's good risk management. These days just got away from me. 9 trades. Over trading, taking big losses, really just right here. But again, what's happened in the past is fine. Man, my hair is atrocious today, and I need to get this off my face. But yeah, this wasn't the best week. I'm not gonna try and BS you guys. This was not a good week for me, but this is how you bounce back. You have 2 good days at the end of the week, following the plan, following the rules, and I had one of my best ever trades today. One of my best ever trades, and we'll get into that. So, what was I looking at? My first trade of the day, what was I looking at coming into market open today? I was looking at what was this rally, right? What was this rally overnight? I was thinking that we were going to be bearish after I do still think this is high week on NQ, but I thought that this was going to be a soup, right? Soup the high, close very bearish, close bearish, close bearish, close very bearish, displacement lower. And if we look at this range here, that we did hit equilibrium of this range right here. So we hit discount of this range. So it makes sense that we were delivering from there, but I didn't think we'd be this strong. So coming to the day, I wake up, right? I don't care about what happens here. I'm not trying to predict this. I wake up and I see us in premium, right, of this range. I see us in premium. I see this hourly gap that we've never inversed, right? That's kind of crucial. We never inversed it, but we looked a lot different going into market open. So we saw this sweep. I expect us to be bearish. Where did things go wrong? I'll kind of explain that, but what was my first trade idea? We had 8:30 news. We had no wick here on the 8:30 candle. I wanted to see us rebalance to there, and I wanted to see us rebalance to this right here, right? Just this liquidity, right? We have the news at 8:30 NFP. I wanted to see us at least rebalance to this right here because this is where the accumulation starts, the chop. This is where I could expect price to go to. So market open happened right here. This is 9:30. What do we do? This is the 1 hour gap. Keep that in mind. 1 hour gap, we resweep the high right here. We sweep into the high, we soup it, and then we displace lower. We get a 1 minute inversion right here. Cool, we get a close below. I entered right here, and we had a 5 minute inversion. So we inversed this 5 minute gap as well. So I like this trade. It just lost. So I'll pull up the video for this trade, and I'll kind of explain why this trade actually lost, because I look at it, and looking at this trade, it looks pretty A+, right? It looks very A+. And we could play this because I'm pretty sure, yeah. Let's play the audio. I just don't know if I say any bad words, so I'm not gonna play the audio. I don't think I did, but I don't know if anyone in the chat, because I was live trading today, and people are free to talk. Anyone can talk in the chat if they want to. So, unless you start saying crazy stuff, you will get muted, you'll get banned. So, but you can talk. Like if you want to talk, you're in the stream. That's what I kind of like about it. You're not there to give out call outs, but and really kind of whatever. But you can talk about what you did, the chart, like whatever, your day. I don't care. It's fun. It keeps me less locked in on the chart. It makes me more patient, and it keeps the day from being too boring. Right? Trading can get pretty boring sometimes. So I was in the trade, and you know, I like the trade. We get the 5 minute inverse, and it just doesn't play out. So we couldn't get through this low. Doesn't play out, and then we hit the stop loss there. Cool. We held the trade right. We didn't do anything wrong in terms of executions, but the trade lost. And looking at this trade, the model looks good, right? Soup this high, CE of the wick or CE of the hourly displace. Where did this go wrong? Honestly, this is a good loss. I'm not going to sit here and say this was a bad trade, but where could things have gone wrong? Well, if we look at ES, where were the obvious draws on liquidity today? We had two of them. We had this high and we had this high right here. So we had two very strong draws on liquidity to start the day. Where is market open? Market open was right here, right? So we get this displacement candle 918. 918 was right here. We get the displacement candle. NQ is nowhere near this high, right? Nowhere near yesterday's high. So I'm not worried. That's why I was taking shorts. But ES is right next to that high. The same high on NQ, which was right here, and then previous day's high was right next to each other in ES. So I should have been waiting for a sweep, right? Because what would have happened? We would have been protected, right? 930 opens right here. We drop lower. We sweep out this immediate low here. We displace. We drop and we displace again, make again equal highs here. Boom, we trade up to it. Boom, we trade it out right here. If we would have waited for that first sweep, it would have been 937. 937 on the NQ chart. If we would have waited, 937 is right here, and we're displacing back up. So if I were to have been patient, I could have been a lot more patient here, right? I could have waited for this, and I would see at 937. Cool, there's no trade for me to take. We start displacing higher, and what happens? ES runs out the high of yesterday. So we put in an SMT. NQ, nowhere near the highs. Right now we can start looking for shorts if we wanted to. So that's how I could have protected this first trade. It's probably what went wrong with that first trade. At least that's the best reflection I could find. We never inversed the hourly. Mechanically, the model was good. It's just context with ES, right? ES has a lot to do with NQ. So I can't ignore the obvious draw on liquidity that we end up running out. As soon as we run that out, though, we start building a lot of low resistance liquidity. And now I was still caught up on shorts. So I was still caught up on this low right here. And I'll show you guys the next mistake that we made, or the next trade we took. This trade wasn't a mistake. It was just ignoring the clear signs from ES, right? ES was telling me a lot of information, and I kind of ignored it. So we were building a lot. I was really happy with my patience. I took a loss, about $50. I didn't just panic and just try and do something else. I was just chopping, building liquidity. And I was waiting for this 3 minute gap to break all morning. This one right here to then go and target these lows and then get this, right? I shouldn't have taken this trade because we already tagged this low. So what did I do? I took the trade. I took the trade in this 2 minute gap. We broke the 2 minute gap here. We had a 2 minute gap right here. So I limit ordered. right here. And the reason why this one wasn't a good trade at all was I limit ordered. The reason this isn't a good trade is because we already ran a session liquidity, which is 9:30 open. New York time is really important. This is the open. This is the low of the New York session, right? If we go to this, at the time, regular trading hours, right? We sweep with a very strong reaction off of the low of day, right? This market open, low of day, high of day. Notice this, we put an SMT on both sides, and this is really, really interesting today. High of day, New York session, low of day, New York session. What happens? We swept low of day with an SMT, right? Where was low of day? Let me just do this as well here. We swept low of day and we didn't sweep on an ES. Same thing with the highs. We then sweep the high of day, right? We sweep the high of day here on a NQ with no sweep here, and then we run both of them. Really, really clean range day. If you're a range day trader, really, really clean day. This is like my dad's bread and butter. But again, so we had an SMT here at the low. We had SMT. SMT there, and I entered after the SMT. So I should no longer have been entering this trade. I already cooked myself by entering after we already put in the SMT and swept the low. So that's on me. I ended up waiting. I didn't want to just close early. I was going to let the trade play out. And that's where my next trade comes in. And I'll show you guys that one. And I'll kind of talk you guys through the next trade. So what was I seeing, though, when I saw this? I was recognizing, and fun fact here, look, if you use command, I use command, I'm on a Mac. This button right here, command, I don't know what that is for you guys. I think that's like, I don't know what it is. Whatever the equivalent is, if you push command, look at my magnet. If I tap command right here, the magnet turns off. I just learned this. It happens on TradingView and TopStepX. So if I want to draw a trend line, if I do it with the magnet on, it kind of gets stuck to everything. I can't really draw it right. But if I hold command, I can draw it freely. And I don't have to keep turning this on and off. So I could draw my trend line, my low resistance liquidity, leave it, and then I can let go. And then I can do it again if I want. Right? So it's really cool. That's really cool if you're doing a drawing. You can turn off low resistance liquidity. Or you can turn off the magnet. So you can just do that. It's really cool. I just learned that. So I thought I'd share it. But I recognize that we built low resistance liquidity. We put it in an SMT, and this is my bread and butter, right? This is my bread and butter setup, and I recognized that I was going against my bread and butter setup. On MNQ, it actually does inverse right there, so it kind of gave me a better entry. So I'll show you guys that real quick. Right here, it actually inverses, so this is where I got in on the long. So we took a loss right after that. We were down $90, and then, yeah, we took the long right after. So we had the low resistance liquidity right here, low resistance liquidity. We had the SMT, we had the sweep, right? We had everything we want to see. And so what did I do? I stuck to the idea and I went long, and I was targeting this high. I ended up taking profit around here just to cover my loss on the day. So we did miss out on a little bit, but I was fine with that. It was a very, very well held trade. I want to show you guys the execution. This is one of my best trades. So I'm really happy. I'm really proud of this trade today. So we end up taking the first short that we talked about. We got limited in. But again, we had a SMT. I should have ignored that. I shouldn't have ignored that we swept this low. Wow, my hair it's like sticking up weird. I shouldn't have ignored this. And I did. And I was literally saying it. Let me see. I'm going to pull up the chat. Or pull up the volume. Yeah, it's a real one.
Okay.
There's a kid in the live stream.
Videos. I watched like all your videos.
Oh wait, actually, I might just close this. I really like a long off this bottom with the SMT.
Bro, keep the SL down, bro. Keep the SL.
See, I said I really like a long here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it play out, but this long looks like with these highs, looks insane. But I like the original idea. I like the lower bias.
Bro, CES. I want to see what's going on here.
I'm looking at ES on my screen right here, on the right. So let's see. Contract.
Of that.
So then we get along. I'm gonna mute it just in case I say anything. that gets me not banned, but demonetized. I need the money, so I need the money, plain and simple. But we get in the long, right? And this is the trade I should have waited for all day. This should have been my first trade, right? You live and you learn, right? We reflect on the losses. Why did the first trade not work well? Well, because ES wanted to run higher, right? And I should have recognized that. Second trade, just ignoring SMT, ignoring the sentiment of the day, which is more of a range day. And then the third trade, the trade I should have waited for, was a great trade. And we held this thing phenomenally. Really happy with this. We don't go break even early. I was even going to try and limit in. I was going to try and get an ad, but we never got it. We never would have got the ad. We go, and we don't go break even right away, right? Normally, I would just go break even right here. It wouldn't have mattered today because it didn't do anything. But normally, I would panic and go break even right as soon as I could, and I didn't because I was patient. I'm trading one micro. I'm a lot more calm, cool, calm, collected, whatever. If anything, I just trail my stop. So my risk is still in place. Old me would be panicking, throwing the stop up, all that stuff. And it just looked really good, man. It looked really good. I love this trade. This is a great trade. We put the order block. Let's just speed through. We end up sweeping the high there. We kind of soup the high. And then we start dumping down. I move my stop to break even to protect myself. We have this order block I wanted to see is reject. And we do, for the most part. So we do reject. And this is one thing I want to point out. As soon as we got this retap here, I could have said, you know what? I'm going to trail my stop to this low, right? Because it seems like we're in a buy model. We're going to run all this low resistance liquidity. Wrong. Leave your stop at break even. You can get saved. Today was the first time. Like, it never happens for me like this. I want to show you guys. This never happens. So we kind of just trending down. The order block, I'm hoping to hold. It doesn't. This never happens for me when we get this close. This never happens. This right here. I thought for sure I'm getting stopped out at losing day. I never have this happen. This is why you don't trail your stop too tight. If you're going break even, fine, but leave it there because you never know. You never know. Like, this was lucky. This was lucky. It's lucky that it didn't stop me out, that I didn't get a worse fill or whatever. I got lucky here. But if you trail your stop to this low because you don't want to see it go back down there, you just missed out on a winning trade, or I just missed out on a winning trade. So it's really eye-opening. And then we got this immediate candle up, and I was like, wow, that is crazy. This never happens to me. I was literally saying that live. I was like, this never happens to me. Like, I never get this lucky. And then we had to deal with a little bit of chop. Like, this was really depressing to see this. Like, this nice rejection, then drop. I was like, this is crazy. And then I thought, okay, cool. And then we get another good close. I'm like, oh, this is insane. Like, I don't know what's happening, but I don't normally get this lucky. I'm glad that we're still in the trade. The macro is still going on at this point. And then we get a little bit more chop, and then I'm like just stressing. I was really considering closing the trade here and just getting some money back on the day. I almost closed the trade, and that's why I always say, backtesting is not going to help save you if you can't sit through this. This is live. This is 30-minute trade. This is a 30-minute trade where you have to see each candle print 60 seconds. You have to see this. You can't just skip to the next candle. You can't just skip to see if you win or lose. We soup into the 5-minute gap, and then we start displacing higher. So then we start running it. I was like, cool, this is nice. We end up getting up, and I'm like, great, this is perfect. At this point, I really expect to take profit. But again, I could have just closed the trade here. We were chopping all day on the trade. I was like, I could just close it. I'm scared. I'm going to do this. And I stuck to my take profit, and we get rewarded. We have a crazy news candle here. It kind of freaked me out. I almost closed it, right? You'll see it here. I almost closed this trade. It really freaked me out. Let's see. And the news candle comes in like right here, I think. Right here. Boom. That freaked me out. I almost closed the trade. Look, I go over to flat, and before I could even flatten it, and we have a great day. It was beautiful. You see the little celebration here. But that news candle scared me. I don't know what it was. I mean, maybe not news, but like some volatility. It scared me. I was like, look at my face. Look at my face here. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, shoot, we won. I was stoked. I was absolutely stoked because this just doesn't normally happen for me. And I got rewarded for holding my trade. I just got rewarded for doing the right thing for once. So it was really cool. I was really happy with that. And we got away with the day, and we got to learn, right? We didn't lose on the day. Wow, this is crazy. We came all the way back up to rebalance to hold this this change of state delivery and hold this order block and just reject. That is really cool. I wonder if we souped there. We didn't, or we didn't SMT, I mean. Yeah, really, really happy with this day. Why? Because I did what I needed to do, risk management, trading, take good trades, learn from my mistakes, and we got to learn. We learned why this wasn't a good trade. We learned why this one wasn't a good trade, and we learned why this one was a good trade. I took this change of state delivery right here on paper. Really nice trade, really nice delivery. Unbelievable trade. We had the SMT at this high as well. Really good day. Got to learn a lot. Really got better today. Got better this week. And things are positive again, man. Things are positive. We got a new phone. It's the weekend. Spain destroyed France yesterday. Ronaldo's in the final. It's a great time to be alive, man. Just be appreciative for the opportunities God gives you, right? God will bless you, right? God blesses all of us. Sometimes we just are too greedy. We're too selfish. We don't recognize it. So sometimes I can move away. Like this week, it's really easy to get down on myself. All this stuff. Just come back better. Just keep trying. Just keep showing up, right? And yeah, I didn't make money today, but we got a lot better. We really did. We've got a lot better today. I'm really happy with it. So hopefully next week we can really keep going. And we'll be back live in the Discord Monday, and then on Friday. And use my code Apex and Alpha Futures, code Diego. Help me pay my bills. Oh, I just broke my finger. Not really, but I hit it on this thing. Yeah, help me pay my bills. I'm just kidding. But I do appreciate every single person that uses my code. We are $60 away now from the Alpha Futures giveaway. And that will be sick. I have a screenshot of like every single person. I have a ton of screenshots in my camera roll of just people that have sent me in. I think I have like 23 now. So you have a 1 in 23 chance to win a fund account. So I really appreciate all you guys watching the videos, everything. And I will be back next week because, yeah, the video on Tuesday is cooked now. This is a nice IFVG, I think. I wouldn't take it because it's in discount, but should be the continuation. Like, we should be able to deliver now. But, yeah, man. Again, I can't say it enough. I really appreciate all the support on the channel and everything. It really means a lot. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.